What's up guys, welcome back to another video on Pure Panorama. As promised in this video, we are going to get to working on getting this old harmonic balancer off the Cummins and trying to install the fluid damper. Now, stupid me wasn't thinking about the engine turning over while trying to break the bolts loose on this balancer. So it is currently Sunday and I didn't have enough time yesterday on Saturday to get this done. I tried a couple different methods to hold the engine still and try to keep it from turning over yesterday when I was trying to bust these bolts free, but I just didn't have enough time to mess with it as I had to go somewhere later in the afternoon. So today we're gonna go back at it and we're gonna give these methods another shot. So the first method that I tried was a pry bar wedged against the ground and wrapped in a towel against the teeth or up against the flywheel in between the teeth. Now that is a little sketchy to me, as obviously you want to be careful not to damage the teeth on your flywheel. So if that is a route that you're going to try and go down, I would definitely recommend being careful and make sure that you have it mounted up against the flywheel securely so it doesn't slip and damage chipping or bending a tooth. The other thing I was thinking of was a ratchet strap or a piece of rope to try and fish it through the harmonic balancer. There's a couple small little holes that I can feel in it, so I was thinking maybe a rope or a ratchet strap to tie off the balancer and keep it from wanting to turn the engine over or turn the crankshaft might work if I strapped it or tied it off to like the frame or something. So I'm gonna start with that method today and see if I don't get any success with it. And I actually have everything pulled out right now. I'm gonna roll down underneath the truck and see if I can't get it set up and if I can start to have success when I try to break these balancer bolts free. And I will report back to you here in a second after I figure this out, or don't figure it out, one of the two. We have finally got the 4 balancer bolts broken free on the harmonic balancer, the stock OEM balancer on the Cummins, and here is how I did it. I just want you guys to know that you do not need a barring tool to stick into the flywheel. You don't need to use a pry bar on the flywheel and chance breaking or ruining a tooth on your flywheel. What I ended up doing was trying the pry bar method originally with a towel wrapped around the end of it, but no matter how I tried to kind of wedge it in there so that it wouldn't slip or anything when I tried to break these bolts free, it just wouldn't get the job done. It would slip anyways, and it was just sketching me out because I obviously don't want to damage my flywheel. So I ended up using a ratchet strap, and I wrapped the ratchet strap right around the harmonic balancer itself, tied it off, tightened her down. Well, let's just go and show you. For starters, you can see that I have my Gates belt pulled off from the pulley of the harmonic balancer, and then I have that ratchet strap right around where the belt would go. And I'll show you more later how I have the ratchet strap set up, but you can see that I basically ran the strap right through the loop that's on the lower portion of the hook, and then we ran it right over here, ran it through the ratchet, and we hooked it up here in a hole on the frame. Now I tried a couple different setups with this, and originally I ran it behind the sway bar into this same hole here on the frame, and it just couldn't get enough leverage on the balancer. So then I pulled it out of there and I ran it in front of the sway bar and then put it right back up there in the same hole. And what that kind of did was made it run more towards the front of the truck, and I think that that created more leverage and tension on the pulley. Whereas before, when I had it run behind the sway bar, it was more run in a direct line of the pulley and it was all lined up. So if I show you here behind the sway bar, you can see where that ratchet strap was basically a straight shot off the pulley, and it was still allowing that pulley to kind of turn and allowing the engine to turn over. So when I ran it across in the front of the sway bar here, it's more, like I said, on a forward angle and then straight up there to that same hole, and it just created enough tension on it to allow me to break those 4 balancer bolts free. And they broke free quite easily. 92 foot-pounds is what they're supposed to be at. Some people say 94 foot-pounds of torque. Some people say that theirs are torqued down way more than that, and they have to really get on them with a cheater pipe and everything in order to break them free. I used a little 18-inch half-inch breaker bar, and they just literally popped right loose. So that is how I got mine loose. Now when I go to put the fluid damper on here and get that installed, I'm gonna have to switch this ratchet strap around and flip it on the pulley, because essentially what it's doing is it created kind of like a choker deal, and when you go to turn the bolts out, it won't allow the pulley to turn this way because it's creating more tension on the strap the way that it is. So when I go to tighten them and I'm turning the opposite way, I'm gonna have to flip the strap so it creates that same tension going the opposite direction, and I'll be able to torque the new bolts, the ARP balancer bolts, right back down to that 92 foot-pounds. But that is how I got the balancer loose. There you guys go. We got the old harmonic balancer off the truck. So I just want to point out to you guys that I originally was going to try and run the ratchet strap through these holes that you can see here around the outer edge. But the problem with that is you got the pulley portion on the back there, and it's pressed right up against the front of the engine and the timing cover. So it's hard to get that ratchet strap once you poke it through there and then get it up and out of there so that you can connect it to the frame of the truck or something to tie it off. So that wasn't gonna work. You almost had no option other than to go around the pulley like I did and like I showed you previously. But if we look at this thing, look at how shot that thing is. Let me flip this right over. You can see right there that the rubber damper ring in here is completely just gone, and that is probably most likely due to the oil and it being cold in the winter times and then getting warm, it freezing up and getting harder with the cold, and then warming up and getting softer with the warmer temperatures. And then all the oil from definitely have a front main seal leak on here, and I probably should have got a front main seal and tried to have gotten that replaced while I was doing this, but I don't have time to do that. So we are definitely going to have to make a project out of one of these weekends, ripping this fluid damper back off, taking the fan off, tearing the front of the truck apart, and getting the front main seal done on this thing. It definitely needs to get done. I don't know if we'll get it done before wintertime, but we do have to get it done at least in the early spring months so that it's done for next summer. But you can see right there on the back side of this that the rubber damper ring inside of here was just completely shot. So it should look a little something like this little chunk that's left right here, where it's kind of squeezed out from between the two pieces of the pulley, and it isn't. It is just completely chewed up, gone, just not doing its job. And if we flip it back over so you can see the other side, you can see on the front side too, it's missing some chunks right there. So it definitely needed to get replaced. This thing was old, and I recommend that you check yours. Now, you won't be able to see the back side of the pulley like I just showed you, but you can get a good feel just from looking at the front side of it and turning it over to see every portion of it that you can, whether or not yours is still good. But mine definitely was shot and needed to go. We will not have to worry about that anymore though, because we're going to put that beautiful fluid damper on the front of the truck and it'll take care of everything. You can also see quite a size difference in the fluid damper compared to the stock one. So if I take this and kind of lay it on top of the fluid damper, you will notice that there is probably like 3/16 of an inch or so more material on the fluid damper than there is on the stock one. So the fluid damper is definitely a little bit wider, different size, a little bit bigger. So that is cool, but we are gonna go ahead and get that fluid damper set up into place, get our fleece barring tool set in there, and then go ahead and put our ARP balancer bolts in. Let's do it. Okay guys, so we got the new fluid damper installed on the front of the Cummins engine. We got the Fleece Performance barring tool installed, and we got the ARP balancer bolts installed with the ARP Ultra Torque lubricant on the washers, the bolt threads, the bottom, the base of the bolt heads, just as recommended. Now ARP recommends to torque those bolts down to 90 foot-pounds, but originally they are torqued down to 92 foot-pounds or 94. So I torqued mine down to 94 foot-pounds. Just to be on the safe side, I wanted to make sure they were snug. ARP also recommends that you check the torque and retorque them after the first warm-up cycle and whatnot of running the truck. So we will definitely have to check them and just make sure that they are still good and retorqued. But everything is mounted underneath there. We did the ratchet strap again around the pulley of the fluid damper. We just reversed the direction that it was running so that it would stop it from spinning in the opposite direction when we torqued our bolts down. So I will show you that in a second so you can see how I have it run this time. And then I'm just going to continue to put this thing back together. I have the coolant reservoir out and the windshield washer fluid reservoir out because I wanted to kind of get a jump on things if I had to pull the front end of the truck apart in order to get this done, if I couldn't come up with a way to keep the engine from turning over while trying to bust these things free or retorque them. Luckily that wasn't the case, and I did not have to rip the front end of the truck off in order to get this job done and use an impact gun on those 4 balancer bolts. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you never would have to rip the front of your truck off in order to do this. You can do it right from the ground underneath the front of your truck, and it can be done with a ratchet strap to hold everything in place and keep the engine from turning over. But right now let me show you how I have that ratchet strap run, and then I'm going to finish putting this thing back together and get the first start up to check it and make sure that everything is good. So that is how I have the ratchet strap run this time, and I have it run right to the opposite side of the truck over there to a hole in the frame that is more or less right in front of where the track bar is mounted. So that's how I ran it to get these torqued down and tightened, but you could run it to a hole over here on the front of the frame as well. I didn't want to do that though because we do have transmission cooler lines and stuff running through here, and I didn't want to put that tension and that pressure on those lines. So I chose a different spot right down underneath the pitman arm to a hole right in front of where your track bar mounts that will get the job done. And like I said, I torqued those 4 ARP balancer bolts down to 94 foot-pounds, have the ARP Ultra Torque lubricant on them all, and you can kind of see the Fleece Performance barring tool there poking out. We got everything all mounted. It's time to let this ratchet strap free, get the belt on, put her back together, and start this old girl up. There you have it, guys, the final product. The fluid damper, the Fleece barring tool poking out right there, the ARP balancer bolts all installed and done. The Gates serpentine belt back on the truck. We are now ready for the first startup to see if we notice a noticeable difference in how the truck idles and runs when it's just sitting here in the driveway. I'm not going to give you my thoughts on the first drive yet. I will do that in tomorrow's video, so you guys will have to wait to hear what my opinions are on how this fluid damper makes the truck feel overall while we're driving down the road. But I wanted to show you everything all done and buttoned up. You can see I have a B marked right here on the bottom. That's for the bottom dead center. So if I have to turn the engine over and I see that B at the top, I know that I'm on bottom dead center. And then on the top, I have a letter T marked for top dead center. So when I see the T up on top, when I'm turning it over, then I know that I'm on top dead center. Or if I'm barring it over from down here with the Fleece Performance barring tool and I see the B on the bottom, I know I'm on top dead center. And then if I see the T on the bottom, I know I'm on bottom dead center. Once I figured out how to keep the engine from wanting to roll over when I was trying to break those balancer bolts free, it was a piece of cake. It was a walk in the park. Probably one of the easier installs that you are going to do on your truck if you want to replace your harmonic balancer. But anyways, it's just a matter of figuring out how how to keep your engine from rolling over, and hopefully I was able to go through that pain and struggle for you guys. Now you know how to do it, so if you guys want to do this install on your truck, you know how to. Once you get that ratchet strap all mounted up around the back pulley of the harmonic balancer, then it should really only be like a 45-minute to an hour long job to get done. Right now though, I want to get the first startup done and let you guys see how she runs. First thoughts upon starting the truck and letting it idle for a little bit. Definitely idles a bit smoother. I'm gonna wrap this video up here though and cut it off, so I hope you guys can hit that thumbs up button for the fluid damper install, the Fleece performance barring tool, and the ARP balancer bolts. Show this video some love. Let's see if we can get it to like 50 likes. Can we get 50 likes on this video? I think we can get 50 likes, so hit that thumbs up button for me. If you're stopping in for the first time, you're new here, checking out the channel, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, join the family, make it stronger, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video when I let you know my thoughts on how the 24 valve rides with this new fluid damper installed. Peace!